What's going on, my fellow film aficionados, and welcome to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers, and if you happen to be new here, we cover all things television, movies, YouTube, and well, anything beyond the screen. So hit that subscribe button to join our notification squad, and leave us a comment down below with what actor you think deserves a comeback. Also, you're not going to believe our #1 spot, so make sure you stick around for that. Plus, if I mess up along the way, we may just have some sweet bloopers for you. Maybe. Now, without any further delay, let's get into today's list of the top 10 actors who lost everything. In at number 10, Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is best known for his work in Face Off, Leaving Las Vegas, and The Rock. As of May 2017, reports say that his net worth was in the area of, $25 million. This, however, was because he took any job that came his way after accumulating a ton of debt. Cage had many homes, cars, and even rare artifacts. By 2015, though, reports started coming out that he had lost everything. From 1996 to 2011, Nick had spent $150 million. Thanks to missing a tax bill in 2007, Cage also had to pay the IRS more than $6 million. Now that his time in the sun has passed, though, he's not getting anywhere close to the money that he was early on in his career. In at number 9, Stephen Baldwin. Not every Baldwin brother can be as successful as Alec, and for Stephen, this must really be annoying considering how he just lost everything. Stephen Baldwin is best known for his roles in The Usual Suspects, Biodome, and Fred Claus, where he just plays himself, because why not? However, by 2009, Stephen had filed for bankruptcy while still owing back taxes on a couple of different mortgages, a trend that would continue to haunt the Baldwin brother. After missing mortgage payments for 6 years, his house was foreclosed in 2017. Then on a different occasion altogether, he was arrested and forced to serve 5 years probation for not paying his taxes for 3 straight years. That's a bad Baldwin. You've been a bad Baldwin. In at number 8, Kim Basinger. Kim is known for her roles in LA Confidential, Batman as Vicky Vale, and Wayne's World 2. Although in 1989, Basinger made some questionable decisions with her money. I'm not even joking, she bought the town of Braselton, Georgia for $20 million. She had an enormous amount of plans for this as well that included things such as a theme park or even a movie studio to just bring in tourism. However, by the time 1993 rolled around, she was so buried in debt that she had to declare bankruptcy and sell the property. Meaning the whole town. She had to sell the town. Not only that, but she was also sued by the producer for boxing Helena for backing out of her contract to star in the film. Yikes. In at number 7, Burt Reynolds. Back in the day, old Bertie Boy was the king of TV and film. He was the star of hit shows like Gunsmoke and even had a successful movie career from his role in Smokey and the Bandit. Although he admitted to Vanity Fair in 2015 that his spending had gotten out of control. He said, "I've lost more money than is possible because I just haven't watched it." And boy oh boy did he not watch his money. Burt Reynolds spent his movie star cash on real estate, a private jet, 150 horses, oh yeah, and over $100,000 in toupees. I don't know what's crazier though, the toupees or the 150 horses. And due to his fame dwindling away, his checks were getting lower and lower for appearances, and by 1996 he couldn't pay CBS back the $3.7 million loan that they gave him, and then he just declared bankruptcy while still being over $10 million in debt. Who's managing this guy's money? In at number 6, Brendan Fraser. When you think of Brendan Fraser, the first thing that comes to mind is the Mummy trilogy, and throughout the 1990s and into the early 2000s, Fraser was starring in many hit films. Unfortunately, his movie career came to a stop when he began finding himself in and out of hospitals for nearly 7 years. Brendan had to undergo several spine surgeries as well as have a partial knee replacement. Then, on top of all of that, he had to go get repairs done on his vocal cords. He was known for being an energetic character in his action films, but with so many injuries and health problems plaguing him, this posed a serious threat to the way that he made his money. And after his divorce from Afton Smith, his bank account was drained even further, and thanks to the way that the divorce system works in the US, his alimony payments were based on what he used to make. So he was forced to pay over $900,000 a year in alimony, even though it was more than his current annual income. Yeah, if you want to figure out how that math works, leave me a comment down below. In at number 5, Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes is a prime example to bring up whenever someone tries to tell you that you don't need to pay taxes, and boy did the IRS sure make an example out of him. The actor's portrayal of the vampire hunter Blade boosted his career into the stratosphere, although reportedly someone close to Wesley told him that taxation was theft and therefore he didn't need to pay it. He listened to this person and was charged after not filing proper tax returns for 6 years. Additionally, he filed fraudulent returns that would bring him close to $12 million in tax refunds. And come 2006, he was filing for bankruptcy, and in 2008, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison for his crimes. In at number 4, Gary Busey. Before he made the move to reality television, Gary Busey was an A-list actor. During the 1970s, he was in more than 70 films, including a breakout role in the Buddy Holly story. Although with great success comes great responsibility, and Gary just wasn't ready for it. By 2012, Gary was down to his last $50,000 after developing a crippling drug addiction over the years. It was that year though that Busey also filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and along with that, he also owed a ton of money to creditors and to the IRS. And once he started appearing on episodes of Celebrity Rehab though, it was safe to say that he truly did lose everything. In at number 3, Lindsay Lohan. Beginning as a child actor, Lindsay Lohan's breakout role started in the Disney 1998 remake of The Parent Trap. Later on in her career, she would get even more fame and notoriety for the success of Mean Girls. She seemed destined for long-term success. Unfortunately, that all began to crumble as her spending habits became increasingly expensive and legal trouble started coming her way. At 18 years old, she was worth over $30 million, and much like Gary though, Lohan had started a terrible drug habit that was costing her nearly $5,000 a week. Then, between 2007 and 2013, she was arrested a few times. She was arrested for a DUI, reckless driving, just random altercations, and even shoplifting. Where are your parents? In at number 2, Johnny Depp. Or should we say Johnny Det? This one hurts a lot. According to Rolling Stone's profile on the actor, Depp has made $650 million on films that netted $3.6 billion. So he made a lot of that money. And now, almost all of that is gone. Some of it is partially Depp's fault for spending a lot of it on things like an island and other ridiculous mansions that he wanted, but Johnny believes that most of his money was lost due to poor management. He's suing the management group that is run by his longtime business manager as well as his brother Robert for negligence. The lawsuit says that under his management's watch, his sister was given $7 million and Depp's assistant was given $750,000, all without his knowledge. On top of all of that legal trouble, Amber Heard had also accused him of abuse that shattered any hope of acting in future projects. I mean, even the Pirates of the Caribbean was like, yeah, we're gonna take a break, bro. Although thankfully a leaked tape cleared Depp of any wrongdoing, but it's still going to take him a long time to work his way back to the top. Last but not least, in our number 1 spot, Gary Coleman. Gary's story is one of the saddest stories in Hollywood. Gary Coleman was a child star that made $70,000 per episode for the show Diff'rent Strokes. In the 1980s, this was amazing money. Today, that's around $218,000 per episode. It's good money. However, by 1986, the show had come to an end, and unfortunately for Gary, his adopted parents and business advisor had severely mismanaged his money. Eventually, he won in a settlement against his parents, but it wasn't enough to keep him going. He then couldn't find any more work in Hollywood, and in 1999 he filed for bankruptcy. Then, to make matters even worse for poor Gary, he got a job as a security guard but kept getting recognized and teased for just trying to live out a normal life. Rest in peace, Gary Coleman. And that has been the top 10 actors who lost everything. Thank you for watching Top 10 Beyond the Screen. If you enjoyed this video, then show us some love here by tapping that like and subscribe button. Also, make sure you give us a follow on Instagram for tons of behind the scenes content. Links for that will be in the description below. And while you're there, why don't you leave us a comment with your thoughts on this list. Plus, for more videos like this one, all you gotta do is tap that playlist when it comes up on your screen. From Beyond the Screen, my name is Johnny Rogers. Until next time, stay classy.
Is it Kim Basinger?
Did you say Basinger or Basinger?
Basinger. What?
I say Basinger. I've heard Basinger my whole life. Not every Baldwin brother can be born. Oopsie daisy. Sorry, Baldwins. Bad Baldwin. I don't have any other things to say to that. Yikes. Alright. Reynolds bit my tongue. On the Buddy Holly story. Buddy Holly story. Why did I say that so weird? Buddy Holly. The Buddy Holly story. Hate myself. Okay, Chris and everyone here thinks that I said Basinger wrong, which they're probably right.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. Oh, Johnny Depp. The pun needs a moment.